In today's video,
Today is a big moment for our country.
In the UK, when you turn 16, you are able to join the army, you are able to work. The government considers you old enough to do those things, but not old enough to scroll on TikTok in the evening.
As long as you're not a bigoted, fascist, racist, misogynistic piece of shit.
Some days I wish we could go back in time and stay there, because the way this world is right now and the way the UK is, I think it's
So 3 teenagers stabbed a man to death in my local park.
Every Novak family is getting disrespected again.
Yesterday, some man decided to go into my daughter's nursery and take her.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. I hope every single one of you enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you guys are doing well. We've got a compilation of disturbing videos that are going to make us question everything that's going on in this country right now. Let's start with Keir Starmer banning all under 16s from social media.
The government will ban access to social media for all children under the age of 16. Will it mean that no child ever logs onto social media again? No. But look, this might shock you, but it doesn't shock parents of teenagers. They get around other laws too.
What's the point in implementing a ban for under 16s if you are indirectly telling us there's a way to get around it?
But we don't say, oh, look, a teenager managed to get a drink somehow, so let's not bother banning alcohol sales to children. We don't do that, do we? That would be utterly ridiculous. And so I just don't accept that argument. Laws are rules, but they're also an expression of our values. They shape the social contract. And so this will change the conversations that parents have and the expectations of children over time. It will make a huge difference. It will make our children safer. It will make our children happier. And will give them more time, more security, more freedom to grow up, more opportunity.
Herr Starmer, the greatest dictator in all of history. The confirmed list of social media app sites for under 16s in the UK will be banned from using TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Reddit, which is very strange because if you go onto the main page of Reddit, it is just it's full of just American liberals. It's a liberal app, which I'm shocked that they banned that, because we'll get around to that in a second. Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and even Threads. Now, there's an app they have.
Getting banned from every single platform. Banning YouTube is a horrible idea. Doesn't make any sense. Especially when they've got YouTube Kids. They've got YouTube for kids. Like, it's not just browse anything you want on YouTube. No. They've got YouTube for kids. But on this list, GB Politics are claiming that they're going to be banning YouTube as well. There is some conflicting information out there. Some media outlets are saying that YouTube won't be banned for under 16s. Maybe they are referring to YouTube Kids. I don't know.
Banned. And it's the one that all of these like Labour MPs like to use, I guess, to talk about kids. Let's have a look at this. Blue Sky. Have you heard of this app? It's basically like more left than even Reddit. It's the one that you'll see in all these like Labour MPs' bios. They'll go over to Blue Sky and, I don't know, talk about kids knowing these nonsense. But Blue Sky will not be included in the under 16 social media ban. So the one app that is actually known apparently for having things like CP on it, that's not the one that's getting banned, because, well, all these MPs are using it. Isn't that very strange? It's not. But yeah, we've got two-tier social media. Two-tier social media. They don't want your kids being able to look at the opinions of other people about current events, but Blue Sky is the most left-wing thing you could possibly get. So hey, why not? We're the only ones that can influence your kids in our state-funded schools.
This Labour government keeps on getting ridiculous, because you might have seen that reportedly Keir Starmer will introduce nightly social media curfews for 16 and 17-year-olds as part of the government's social media ban. What exactly is the government playing at? Because think about it from this perspective. In the UK, when you turn 16, you are able to join the army, you are able to work, and also the government wants you to be able to vote as well. The government considers you old enough to do those things, but not old enough to scroll on TikTok in the evening. I hope we can all see how ridiculous that is, because what... If you don't, I'm sorry, I don't have enough sock puppets to explain why it's completely absurd. Also, I'm not being funny, but
You know why it's absurd? Because there's so many other problems. I mean, I know protecting children is a priority. But there are so many other immediate concerns right now for people of the UK. We've got riots, protests going on, division, segregation happening. We have sky-high energy bills, cost of living crisis, and so many more other problems that we can sit here and list. But instead of, tackling those problems head on, finding a real solution for one of those issues, out of the blue, we're being told about social media banning for under 16s.
And this is the job of parents. Like, when I was a teenager, my parents would tell me to put my phone downstairs before I went to bed so I got a decent night's sleep. Or what they would do is shut off access to the Wi-Fi. I can't be the only one who had that. Like, did parenting stop in 2018 or something? Like, please do understand that when the government push for these sorts of restrictions, they do it because there are parents who cannot be asked to parent, who are doing consultations on social media bans, who want to absolve themselves of any responsibility for their child's well-being online. And as a result, all of us have our civil liberties infringed upon. With every passing day, I am so glad I did not vote for this Labour government, because if I did, I don't know how I would forgive myself. Because think about this, how on earth would the Labour government enforce these sorts of restrictions without some sort of digital age verification on social media apps? So yet again, this Labour government is pushing for digital ID, a policy that is universally despised across the political spectrum by the 10 or 20 centrist dads who would still vote for this Labour government. It's frightening how this Labour government is operating and should be resisted at all costs.
A lot of children are watching your speech right now over our breakfast show. Will you be fining them if they go on social media? What's the jeopardy for them? And just quickly, what this means for freedom of speech. Is it the thin end of the wedge? Will a future government use the powers you're bringing in to ban people they don't like from social media?
Well, Chris, firstly, the enforcement will be on the platform providers, not on the children. I think it's really important that we make that clear. We're not going to start taking action against 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds who are trying, as they always will, to get around rules that adults put in their path. So this is absolutely aimed at those that are providing the circumstance, the platforms. On the question of free speech, I mean, let's be straight and honest about this. How many people in this room are prepared to defend adult strangers contacting online? And we know what happens when that develops into the sort of worse and worse. How many people are prepared to stand up and say, that's free speech and I wouldn't do anything about it? Any more than you'd say we wouldn't take measures to stop that happening in the offline world. I think it's extraordinary that somehow we've got ourselves to a position where, until now, we've shrugged our shoulders. I genuinely think it's difficult to think in what circumstances any of us will put our children into a place where they could have, where unknown adults could have access to them without us knowing anything about it, one-to-one. We wouldn't do it. So it's not about free speech, it's about basic protection of children.
I don't know what you guys are thinking about Keir Starmer banning social media for under 16s. Leave those thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let's move on and see what else is going on.
Don't do this, bro! Hey! Hey! Come! Please, don't do this, bro! Don't do this! Police coming, I'm telling you, please don't do this! Bro! Look! Please! Don't do this, bro! Don't do this! Don't do this, bro! Look! With car! Please come with car! Come with car! The backside! Call police, please! Oh my God, look! Bro! Break out! Yeah! Move! Yeah! Fucking up! No, break out! Police! What else? Come on, break out!
An estimated 3,000 people have attended an anti-racism rally in Belfast following days of unrest.
Had enough sectarianism, and we will not tolerate the far right and the racist. So be warned, the trade union movement has you in its sights. My comrades, we will work together. We will do this. We will drive them out, and the trade union movement will do whatever it needs to do this. We need working class unity Comrades, stick together, stay together, drive the far right off our streets.
God, I love my old city. This happened in Brighton, just in case anyone's not aware of where they are. Wonderful, beautiful city.
Get out! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get out! Fuck you! Get out! Fuck you! Off our street! Off our street! Off our street!
What are they saying?
See now, the reason why the Fash wanted to meet at Brighton train station is because they needed a quick getaway and exit. There's a reason why the communist man himself, Robinson, refuses to come anywhere near Brighton. He tried it once back in 2009 and quickly realised when his EDL scumbags walked down the streets and were met by thousands upon thousands of rainbows, colours, and his EDL turned into the English disco lovers. They tucked their tails between their legs and they ran away. Just like Ryan Bridges did today and Marcel Tenconi. They pegged it and left. What on earth possessed them to come into Brighton of all places with a fascist protest? Genuinely, that small, tiny minority of people you saw at the front of that crowd who started trouble with the police, hence why they pushed them forward, they were followed by the counter-protest, the anti-fascists, the people of Brighton, who welcome everybody, because Brighton is a city of welcome, regardless of who you are, what you are, as long as you're not a bigoted, fascist, racist, misogynistic piece of shit. And you wonder why people like Ryan Bridges and Marcel Tenconi had to run away yet again. And they left some of their people to it as well. Remember what happened last time when the Fash tried it? Those two people engulfed by thousands of Brightonians. Beautiful scenes. And guess what? This mass protest event that they tried to do, they've done it they protested in Glasgow, Manchester, Sheffield, where's another one? Kent. From the looks of it all, it's been a gigantic flop. Because the Fash will not ever win. No matter how many times I will keep telling you fascists this, especially on this app. You are outnumbered. You will never ever win. We are the majority. We will always outnumber you, and we will always stand side by side with anybody, regardless of their skin colour, their language, their religion, their gender, their sexuality, whatever. We will always stand side by side with these people, because we will always be against fascists, and fuck them before they fuck us too right.
Some days I wish we could go back in time and stay there, because the way this world is right now and the way the UK is, I think it's done. I don't think there's any way back for the UK. It's cooked, it's gone. Because the people know, we seem to be awake and noticing how bad it is out there, but our governments, from their ivory towers behind bulletproof glass and the security, are completely oblivious to what it's like in the real world, and they're dictating to us and telling us how to feel and how to react and how to be. I just think, I just wish we could go back in time. You know, if time travel existed, I'd grab my family and I'd go back to 1980 and I'd live out the 80s and the 90s, get to about 2002, and then go back again and keep doing that until I'm gone. I won't miss the technology, because we have better quality of life then, compared to these days. The World Cup's round the corner, and they're saying they're going to hand out big fines to people flying the St. George's flag. And what kind of shit is that? It's the World Cup. It's just, it makes no fucking sense at all. And it's shit like that and telling us to Be calm after somebody's been stabbed and brutally attacked and nearly had the head chopped off. Just keep calm. Now a 17-year-old girl's being attacked, and it's like just another day living in the UK, and the government are just living in their ivory towers, like I say, completely fucking switched off to what it's really like. We're on the front line living in this shit, and the taxes going up all the time and just putting so much pressure on us. People can't even afford to go on holiday. There's nothing to look forward to anymore, and the government just don't give a fuck. So yeah, I do wish time travel existed. I would go back to the 80s. The best movies, the best music, the best atmosphere, simpler times. And I'm not just saying that because I were a kid back then. It was. I remember my mum and dad being happy. Even me, dad and my mum, back in 2010, reminisced about the 80s and the 90s and saying how much better it was. Would you go back?
So 3 teenagers stabbed a man to death in my local park yesterday. 21 years old the guy was, and the teenagers were like 14, 15 and 17, something like this. So literal kids stabbed a man to death. I was sitting in the pub and the helicopters were coming over, and I was like, oh, here we go again, because we had a bomb threat last week. We had someone else got what happened to her, a woman got beaten nearly to death, attempted murder last week. Yeah, this guy was killed. Then we had the bomb threat in Meadgate. So this week we've had like 3 serious crimes. There was I've never even known crime around here. I'll be honest, I've never even known crime around here. But this area has completely changed. The demographic has completely changed. We've been swamped with people from all around the world. And now all of a sudden all these crimes are happening. It's very strange. Also yesterday I saw the video of the 17-year-old girl getting stabbed in the neck. I'm trying not to talk too loudly because, you know, there's a load of gardens around and people are trying to enjoy their Saturday, and I don't want to be talking about people getting stabbed, but that is what's happening everywhere. And my town is being completely swamped by people from all around the world who are criminals. We never used to have this happen. There was no crime. I used to go in that park every single weekend, the skate park, the swing, like everywhere. Always in that park. There was never anything bad. The worst thing that would happen is the guy that you met to buy weed from when you were 15 would like give you a 10 bag for 20 quid. Like, that's the worst thing that used to happen in this town. Now it is stabbings, murders, rapes, women being threatened, danger, you know, like children have all got knives. Like, this town's fucked. Everywhere's getting fucked. And this is where I live, and this has only just happened. This enrichment that I've got now, other places in England have had this for decades. They've been enriched thoroughly, and all of these stabbings and murders and stuff have been happening for years and years and years in other parts of the country, and obviously it just gets ignored. I've been talking about it for the last 12 years, because, you know, it's the fucking right thing to do, and now everyone's starting to see it because it's happening next to them. It's a shame that, you know, your friend has to be murdered or your neighbourhood has to be ruined before you care about everybody else, about the rest of the country, about what's happening. But that is how it is. That's how people are. They don't notice, they don't care unless it happens to them. So, well, it's happening to us now. It's happening in my town now, so maybe that will wake people up.
Guys, here we go again. A 17-year-old girl has been stabbed in the neck in Brerefield in Lancashire in broad daylight, and a 30-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. The same age, incidentally, as the Sudanese barbarian from the Belfast attack. Coincidence, obviously, but do the similarities end there? Well, surprise, surprise, we don't know. That said, within minutes of a story like this breaking, social media does what social media does best. People start guessing, people start speculating, people start filling in the blanks. Why? Because trust has collapsed. When official information is limited, rumours rush in to fill the vacuum. Some people immediately assume the suspect is one thing, others assume the exact opposite. Neither side actually knows. The reality is that all we know right now is that a 30-year-old man's been arrested. That's it. But many people are convinced information's being held back. They believe if the attacker turns out to be white, we would have known about the ethnicity and background within seconds. This is why public confidence in the media, mainstream media, and institutions has fallen so far. Millions of people no longer believe they're getting the full picture. Every news report becomes a battleground of suspicion, and every missing detail becomes a conspiracy in somebody's mind. Now, thank God the young girl's injuries are not life-threatening, although her trauma will undoubtedly live on. Hopefully more details will be released over the weekend. I'll keep you posted.
Henry Novak family is getting disrespected again. Do you know why? If you notice in one of the videos of Henry Novak, there is a child that is mixed race. So the racist clown believed that that child belonged to Henry Novak's sister. So guess what they say? She's a race traitor because she dated a black man. That's what they believe, by the way. We don't even know if it's true. But that is not my point. My point is, why do you care? How does Henry Novak's sister having a mixed race child affect your fucking life? Explain that to me. She has a mixed race child, so what? But you know what? These people are racist. And these are the same type of people that don't really care if Henry Novak died. They're only outraged because he's a non-white man that took the life of Henry Novak. If it was an English man that killed Henry Novak, these people, these racist people, they wouldn't care. And that's the truth.
Yesterday, some man decided to go into my daughter's nursery and take her yesterday. I haven't slept a wink, obviously. She's back now, by the way. But just none of it's making sense. He's gone through 2 security doors, apparently downstairs. Apparently this man's another child's granddad. But anyway, he's gone through 2 security doors downstairs, managed to go upstairs and get through another door, pick my daughter up while she's asleep on the floor, bring her back down, strap her in the car seat, and apparently be gone for 10 minutes until he realised it was the wrong child, or at least until the nursery realised that my daughter was gone. I can't piece my head round it, how it's happened. I've not slept all night. And obviously it's every parent's worst nightmare, and I had a little taste of that phone call, which was disgusting, but just none of it's making sense at all. So yesterday, some man decided to go into my daughter's nursery and take her.
Well, that is incompetence at its finest. That needs to be reported to Ofsted. They're the company that regulate the nurseries and schools, X, Y, and Z. That makes no sense. There's a strong level of incompetence that's taking place here in the UK when it comes to schooling, when it comes to the NHS, when it comes to government in general, everything, you know, policing. All departments are in the mud.
Scary. I'm scared.
Golden dog as well, wow. Charlotte Amia from North London set me up to be robbed for £10,000, my watch, and they stole my dog. So this girl took this girl into this flat, and seconds later, the boys are already there. This girl, look at her. She's got a smile on her face, boy. She can't wait. She had been looking at that phone. She was making sure them guys were ready. Yeah, that's scummy, man. Look at that, man brought out the chopper as well. For a woman. Man brought out the chopper for a woman. £10,000 on a watch, and they had the audacity to steal the dog as well. That's crazy. But let's leave it there. I want to know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. I had a tech issue. I didn't even actually realize that my mic was on mute for some of these clips. Anyway, just leave all your thoughts, all your comments down below. I'll try and respond to as many of those comments as I possibly can. Hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are newly watching. We're going to be back with more videos, so don't go anywhere. If you guys enjoyed your weekend, we took a little break, didn't drop videos over the weekend, but we're back again this week. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and I look forward to seeing you lot on the next one.